دکتر مایکل ایونز، روزنامه‌نگار سرشناس آمریکایی و برنده جوایز گوناگون در رشته روزنامه‌نگاری که آخرین کتاب او جزو پرفروش‌ترین ها بود، از جیمی کارتر به عنوان رئیس جمهور یاد می‌کند که یک جا جهان را به سوی ناامنی، فاجعه و ترور هدایت کرد. کارتر با استفاده از شماع حقوق بشر باعث پایمالی حقوق انسان در بخشی از جهان شد. کارتر خمینی را از طریق سیاه کشف کرد، آیت الله خمینی، و با خمینی متحد آمریکا یعنی ایران را زیر و رو کرد. اجازه همین الان هم گوش کنیم به گوشه از گفتگو با آقای دکتر مایکل ایونز.
What most Americans don't know is that in 1976, President Jimmy Carter orchestrated the change of power in Iran that replaced the Shah of Iran with a government led by Ayatollah Khomeini. I tell the entire shocking story about this in my new book, Jimmy Carter, The Liberal Left in World Chaos. I detail how a single decision made in the name of false hope changed the entire structure of the Muslim world and led to the establishment of the fanatical extremist movement that is responsible for terrorism around the world today. This liberal left agenda by President Jimmy Carter actually funded the beginning of such terrorist organizations as Qaida, the Taliban, Hamas, and Hezbollah. The truth is, what I'm about to tell you should be called treason. The former President of the United States supported the funding of an Islamic cleric who attempted to assassinate America's strongest ally, the Shah of Iran, and birth an Islamic revolution. Sums of $150 million were being periodically transferred to Paris into the Ayatollah Khomeini's bank account while he was in exile with the assistance of the CIA. Carter told world leaders at a summit meeting of his plan to overthrow the Shah of Iran, and that Khomeini would be taking over and was a Gandhi-like figure. On April 1st of the following year, this Gandhi-like figure proclaimed the first day of the government of God in Iran. It was the birth of the Islamic Revolution. It has literally spread from Iran throughout the entire world. On April Fool's Day 1979, the destabilization of Iran and Afghanistan began. Later, Carter secretly transferred $50 million to radical Muslims to fight in Afghanistan. It was in fact used to purchase arms to create an organization that ultimately became known as Al-Qaeda. On Inauguration Day 1980 at 4:31 a.m., he secretly wire transferred $7.9 billion to buy the American hostages back after 144 days of humiliation. The dilemma that most people don't understand about Jimmy Carter, they say, what happened with 9/11? Why did we get into this mess? But what they don't understand, this man he actually believed in these radical organizations as he does today, and he was funding Khomeini out of Paris through the CIA. He was supporting this operation through a man called Yazdi. He was getting him into power, working